Good evening. Welcome to the show. Welcome to another fine, riveting edition of Three Dudes Brews, The Last Call. I keep thinking in my head The Last Stand, but it seems almost like a military movie. Anyway, welcome to another riveting edition, as I said. Today's a great day. Today's Thirsty Thursday. Today's my Friday. I woke up to great news on my Friday. The Red Sox signed Alex Bregman. Oh, wonderful. We're doing things. Giving Buddy reasons to enjoy good beers in the warm sunshine and think about good times being Red Sox fans. When I think about good times and drinking good beers, like this one right here, I think about the yeoman of the yeast. I think of the Greekiest guy I know. I think of Ed and Costas, my other two dudes. Guys, welcome to the show.
Cheers.
Hey. How's everybody doing?
How's it going?
Hi, Ben.
Hi. All right. What's going on, guys?
Not much.
Just drinking beers.
Just drinking beers. It sounds like a good time on a Thursday night, huh? What do we got? Ed? Go ahead. Why don't you start things off, Edward?
So I got some Funk Daddy Sour Series, Greater Good.
Ooh.
Imperial Brewing Company.
Are they out of Massachusetts?
These guys are out of Worcester, yeah.
Worcester.
Worcester. Cranberry Orange Punch. So we'll see how this is tonight. I haven't had it. Haven't had any of their beers yet, so we'll see how this goes.
Nice.
For me, I'm doing Gansfit's Atlantic Light Lager. It's coming in at 3.5%. Very, very light. It's clean, crisp, refreshing.
3.5%. What is it?
What's that?
What are you 3.5%? What are you drinking, dude?
3.5%. It's an Atlantic Light Lager.
North Providence water?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Bucket. It's a bucket
That's
water.
wonderful. Guys, tonight I have my beer of the week.
Drinking, you know.
If you check out our website, which let me run that banner really quick. You can find us on the socials, of course. You're going to see a whole bunch of globs, but you check out our website, www.3dudesbrews.com. You'll see not only great posts, great pictures of great beers, but every week we post a new
time out. We have
beer of the week.
Ed has a Liz pour.
He has a what? Oh,
For
Jesus.
those who are in the know,
Dad, that's terrible.
Rhode Island, Liz from Rhode Island's craft beer page. I'm just going to point that out. He was trying to get away with,
I was hoping I was going to get away with it, but nope.
No.
I was trying to be the cool guy with the long pour there, and it backfired.
Yeah, it backfired right in your face. Yeah, that's unfortunate. It will it will go down like all good head. I'm drinking a lovely beer this evening. My beer poured quite well. I'll show you in just a second. It's a Proclamation, one of the godfathers of Rhode Island craft beer. Flash Delirium. It's a lovely can of all different colors and pickles. It's an 8.1% alcohol by volume. It's a double IPA. It has no Citra hops, Costas, so it would be a beer that you might enjoy.
maybe.
I'm drinking in my Bravo. I don't know. You can't see that. That's probably. Oh, yep. Bravo Brewing. Guys, you guys are going to reopen soon. Cheers. This is really good beer. Hold on. I'm gonna
Hang in there, Bravo. Yeah, I like their can art over at Proc. They got some real cool stuff.
Proc, yeah, dude. They've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
And they have like funky names and funky beers, and they have like barrel, and they have stouts, and they have sours, and they have everything. But
stuff over there though.
Oh, they've got a Proclamation has an incredible list of beers.
Oh yeah.
If you go on their website, it's not always available, but their list is just a mile long, and they go across the whole entire broad spectrum of ales and lagers, sours. I mean, you name it, they've got it. Stouts.
various styles, yeah.
Yeah, every style.
They got a really cool brew room too. There's always a food truck parked out front. There is always there's a big screen on the wall, a big projector. They have about half a dozen video games from the 1980s. It's a really good time, a really good space.
Yeah, they got food trucks show up all the time now.
Right. You can sit on the couches. You can sit in the tables. It's a good spot.
They're soggy, though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
What's that?
They used to have the soggy guy in there selling hot dogs.
Yeah, soggy station in there.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah. He used to sell right out of the place. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's gone. But
That shit happens. It's still the beer, guys. That's all that really matters.
what are you gonna do?
So, Ed, subject.
So we're gonna talk about a few things. Nothing crazy, obviously, but we're gonna go over Big Lebowski. Some plans, some ideas, stuff like that. We're going to talk about, more of our beers of the week, beers of the night that we're drinking. We'll talk about the tournament results for Rhode Island's best game day beer that we did.
Dude, that blew my mind. Some of Something that blew my mind. But
Crazy. Then we got a couple things happening in the news and stuff like that we'll talk about. Not politics, but how things are affecting, the world's going on around us and how it's affecting our favorite places. But and then I have another little announcement to make, but we'll save that for later.
ooh,
So bowl, brewski,
Yeah,
and
beers.
bingo.
Bingo. Mark Ambrose.
bingo and bingo.
Bingo.
3 Bs tonight.
Yep.
Right. Get your tickets are on sale. We'll talk more about that later, guys.
Yeah.
You want to do the bowl first because
Yeah.
that's been like
Let's talk
let's
about the
do
bowl.
that, yeah.
that's been grinding my. We'll start with the North. We'll start with the North, guys. All right.
Yeah, crack it up. So North
King of the North.
is for 2025 was Smug. I mean, to be honest, this was like a crazy lineup to begin with, and I think
Right.
everybody was real close.
I think the pairings on this were really, really well.
I think
so.
so.
I think like the seeds on there, you didn't have like a 1 versus a 16. It was very, very close as far as what I would consider my rankings. As like who's a number 1 versus a number number 2. Some of the bigger names.
Right.
Like Live, versus somebody who's smaller like Ricky Current who's only got 3 taps, where somebody else like Proclamation's got 40.
Yeah.
Something like that. So, but to see the results, and these results were all based on
All fan votes.
all fan votes, everybody's votes on all social media platforms. So,
Guys, let me just throw. I was expecting like a battle of the. Not the best, but I mean the biggest, right? You always expect these teams with these breweries with the most weapons.
Yeah.
Like these two are going to go at it in the finals. On the left division, right? Long Live made it to the divisional round there, the conference round, if you will, and they lost to Smug. That's fair. Smug has a lot of good beers. Long Live has a lot of good beers, though. But anyway,
right.
That was surprising to me. But the big shocker of this whole thing, I think, completely was on the right side. Origin Beer Project. They're probably like the wild card team.
I
And
think
they
so.
got like usually like 3 beers, 4 beers on draft. They're a very small location, very, very cozy brewery, right? They beat out Phantom Farms, which is like a beautiful mill, an old mill, setting. They have a lot of really good beers on draft.
Yeah,
A lot of good stouts. Not to say Origin doesn't. Origin has some great beers, but then they were up against Proclamation, and they beat my beer of the week this week, Proclamation, which absolutely blew my mind.
I couldn't.
I was not expecting that at all. So that was incredibly shocking. That was a.
This is all based on votes, from all the social media platforms. So it was based on people chiming in on what they thought. So if people, were rallying for Crafted Hope or rallying for
they did.
Origin, that's the way it goes, man.
Hey.
It's an upset, right? But it is what it is.
I was expecting Long Live versus Proclamation.
Yeah,
and then like a battle. But
you know what? Kudos to Smug and Crafted Hope for winning. Their North and South seats, because people voted, and that's
right.
Voted for was
that's what people wanted. Then the South Division. This again, I did not expect, like Tilted Barn
and Tower Hill.
Come on, guys. I mean, I love Tower Hill.
Couldn't
Great
believe
beers.
Right.
But like Tilted Barn is one of my I don't know. It's one of the places I was baptized in this great beer.
Yeah,
I did not expect that.
Versus Tower was Tilted's a juggernaut, and to have Tower Hill come in and take them out, I was surprised. But again, it's all based on popular vote. So if you wanted to win, you had to get out and vote, right? So
Crafted Hope, definitely. Oh my God, there was one after another. Crafted Hope Brewery, Crafted Hope Brewery. They came out in droves. Not that they shouldn't be voted for, because Crafted Hope is one of the finer breweries here in Rhode Island. But oh my God, everybody was going Crafted Hope. Everybody, it was pretty amazing. On the other side, guys, Ragged Island. I've never been to Ragged Island. Never. Not once. It's never on the Labruski tour. It's never popped in my, oh, buddy, you should go here. It just never. Not that it doesn't appeal to me. I just, it never jumped out and said, "Hey, buddy, go there." Either you guys have any insight on Ragged Island on their beers?
So there, I haven't actually been in there yet. I've driven past them 1,000 times.
I've had it.
And well, actually, I take that back. I think I had some at the Brewfest.
Mhm.
So, but they've got a great spot down there. I'm glad to see that they pulled through because I was a little worried about them.
Right.
They were like just starting to do everything and then COVID happened.
Oh yeah, right. They survived the rush.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
boy.
it's funny though. All the matchups in the first round were completely random on both sides. They were random. So, we had all the breweries listed, and they were all drawn, one after the other. So you got, blind drawing is one, and they're facing off against this one, and that's just how it went. And I thought the matchups came out pretty damn well.
Yeah.
I thought they were pretty well balanced.
Yeah, and
sure.
surprises, a lot of surprises. But it's just the way to get the name out there, get the word out there for everybody. Everybody got involved, and it was a pretty good turnout. I think.
Fun with football and beer, dude. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Don't judge it from the outside. Go in, James. I just got to go in, dude. I got to go in. I got to make a list. Ragged Island's going to be on that list. I'm going to go to Portsmouth on Saturday. I'm just going to go to Ragged Island.
We're just gonna take.
Just gonna have to go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just going to happen.
Like I said, they got a good spot though. I mean, it's easy to get to. It's nothing crazy.
It'll be a side quest during
Yeah.
the Brewski.
Yeah.
Right, a side quest. I mean,
So-
from what I understand, it's going to be less Labrewskis. Less, from what I've heard in rumors, that it's going to be only 20 this year of sites and whatnot to visit. I don't know. You guys have any insight?
Did we have 20 last year?
Yeah, I think it was 20 last year. And
Was it 20?
I think the year before it was 24, including Yacht Club.
I thought last year was the Yacht Club. I don't.
No, I think it was 2 years ago.
That was
2 years ago.
last year.
Don't get me wrong. I love the Yacht Club. I grew up on that soda, but I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not going to go there for beers. I mean, obviously, it's maybe root beer. The root beer is really delicious.
So
but
we haven't gotten the list yet.
No, we're 2 weeks out from Labrewski, and we haven't received anything in the mail yet. I'm assuming last year I think it was down to
It was the last week. It was like the week before we actually got our books. I think because if I remember right, every one of us was texting each other going,
yeah, like, are they in it? Did you get it in the mail yet? I'm smelling my mailbox every day. Does it smell like beer, buddy? No.
It was like one passport after the other. I think they all kind of came in.
Start getting antsy or whatever, and I have to bust out my map and plan out a battle strategy for.
Right, of course.
What
guys, is Bravo going to be open? Do we know? Is Bravo probably not? Huh?
Don't think so.
Yeah,
I really want them to be, but I don't think they're not ready.
I think so.
I think they're predicting like springish.
Spring.
So,
Too bad.
April, May, hopefully.
April, May, or
I love going up to Pasco and going and having like a dozen beers at Bravo, and then walking across the street, not driving, but walking to George's and having. I mean, the service isn't great, but their pizza is pretty good if you go at the right time. Just a lovely community down there in Pasco, Rhode Island.
Was that the place that you guys had the like 2 hour wait for pizza?
Yeah, we had to get up and leave.
last time we were up there and we waited over an hour for food.
I had good pizza, but
you also had a few captain's daughters or whatever.
oh yeah, I had a bunch of captain's daughters. That was a night, guy. That was definitely a night. I say we go to Gian's, which is a good old fashioned Greek place in Chepashit. This year maybe, I don't know if we're up that way, but I guess we might not be up that way if Bravo's not open, right?
We'll see. I guess. I mean, I don't know. I know Costas is the great
strategic.
The great
Stratego of beer of Labrewski spots for sure.
You have to know what time they're going to be open, what the weather's going to look like, what direction the wind's coming from.
Hopefully, there's food this year, folks. Please, at least food trucks, something. Make sure.
Well, last year
it rains.
Yeah, last year it was pouring rain
a couple times.
At least weekend. So all the food trucks, I believe, canceled.
Yeah.
So
Food trucks, hang in there. You guys will get paid. I promise you. You
Yes,
guys are gonna make
yes.
money.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm gonna eat.
Folks, drink
I'm
it
gonna
up.
be drinking.
You're gonna make some money. So
Yeah, we were dying for food last year. There was no food.
No reason to go. It's not open. James, are you talking about George's? I know. We're talking about Bravo. Are we talking about George's is not open? I haven't been to Pascoag
No,
in a few months.
Bravo is closed. George's.
Yeah,
George's.
we're waiting for. George's just not really worth it anymore. I guess I don't know. The pizza's good if you call maybe ahead of time, but if you don't eat in.
We'll end up having our plans, our route on the website. So if you guys want to come meet us, come have a few beers with us, chat, talk, do whatever, we'll have it.
Stop
have
by,
it up
say
there.
hi.
Yeah.
We don't bite.
Yeah, we'll have it up on the website. So just go to 3dudesbrews.com and you'll see it. It'll be right there on the homepage for everybody. We'll make sure when we know, you'll know.
For sure.
So,
Guys, I got a little challenge for you this evening. I got a little beer challenge for you all. Just bear with me a second. So I have 2 beers. One of them, it's Angletree is one of them. Angletree Brewery in Attleboro is where we're traveling to this Saturday for filming, right? So I had the privilege of going out there last weekend, and I noticed something about one of their beers. So this beer, it's called it's a Joffrey. It's one of their flagships, right? There's the can. Oh. Hold on.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. That's the can, right? It's a Joffrey. It's an IPA, right? It's 6.3 alcohol by volume. It doesn't say any of the details about the hops. But what I found most weird about, and then I'm going to show you this other beer, Miller Lite. Everybody knows what Miller Lite is, obviously. Not everybody knows what Angletree is. But funny thing is about Angletree and about Miller Lite, can you tell them apart, guys? One's an IPA, one's a Pilsner.
All right, so
does either one look like an IPA?
The one in your left is Angletree.
This one.
Yeah.
Costas?
It's tough to tell because it's a little blurry.
It is a little blurry.
The one in your
have the blur effect in the background. I'm sorry.
The one on your right hand looks like it's crystal clear, and the one on your left looks like it's slightly hazy. So I'm gonna have to go with Ed and say the Angletree is in your left hand.
No, gentlemen, the Angletree is in my right hand.
Okay.
The Miller Lite is in my left hand. Isn't that crazy? It's an IPA. Where have you ever seen an IPA, guys? This clear. It's like a Pilsner. It's like a Pilsner.
That's absolutely like crystal clear. That's beautiful though, but it
tastes like an IPA.
I wouldn't have thought. I would have thought
it doesn't.
Wait a second. So let me get this straight right now. You have a Miller Lite and an Angletree and
Miller Lite.
So you're not double fisted. You are triple fisted.
Yeah, and I'm drinking the. This is my show for the beer. My beer for the show. This is my little test for you guys, which is the Pilsner and which is the IPA. It's crazy.
I'm telling you
how clear that is. They have another one. I'm not sure the name of it. It's like the junior of this one. It's like a 5 point something. It starts with an S, I think, or a C, and it's also clear. And I was trying to talk to the barman, Mike, about like what is he doing? What's the combination? What's the hops? How are you getting it that clear? I've never seen an IPA that clear before. He had no details, but I'm sure we'll get details on Saturday when we talk to Jonathan. So that'd be a good time. But the clear, so weird, man. So I was baffled.
So
mind blowing, really.
Yeah. So his buddy just mentioned there, Saturday's taping for the next episode is going to be at Angletree over in North Attleboro. North Attleboro?
North Attleboro.
Yeah. So
North Attleboro?
There, a couple weekends ago, we dropped off some of the Mark Ambrose bingo cards, which we'll talk about here more in a few minutes. But so that was one of the places we ran to that night. We stopped in, had a couple beers. We had a flight or two. Yeah. And let me tell you, they were all good. There really wasn't a bad one in the bunch.
I had 2 flights. The bartender kept feeding me beers. He's like, "Oh, try this one. Oh, try this one."
I mean, they had pizza going outside.
Yeah, there was a mobile pizza.
They had some live music going on inside.
It was It was,
lot of
pleasantly
space.
unexpected. It
A
was
lot of space, though.
A lot of space.
Their porter, guys. Their porter. People's porter. Oh my lord, that is delicious. Delicious.
Yeah, we had them.
So it's just a bevy of really good beers. Again, they must have like 12 to 15 on draft, which is fantastic for any beer drinker or any non-beer drinker who wants to try something a little different.
That's just it. So, I mean, guys, stay tuned because we'll have all the details for you here soon. Like I said, we're going to go over there Saturday, sit down, and we'll have some nice conversations, some nice beers, and we'll introduce everybody to Angle Tree. If you haven't been out there yet, let me tell you, it's not far. It's not far.
No.
You live in Massachusetts. It's just you could throw a rock. It's like going to Emerald Square Mall with beer.
Cross the border every now and then.
Yeah, it's right over the map. It's right over the
mall.
I would say maybe it was 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not a far ride at all.
Right? Or, with traffic, it's right in like downtown Attleboro area.
Yeah.
Downtown Attleboro.
Yeah, there's a few.
I think it's North Attleboro, but yeah.
Rock. There's
Skyrock.
Skyrock is downtown Attleboro. The Burgundian is downtown Attleboro. And they're in like north. They're like closer. Yeah, like 10 minutes up the road, dude. It's like if you can drive to the Bucket, you can drive to North Attleboro. I mean, it's really not that much further.
Capron Zoo area and all that.
Yeah, up there.
Yeah.
It's up that way. Yeah.
It wasn't far past that. So,
No.
But Skyrock had some good stuff too.
Right.
So Skyrock, if you guys, anybody's watching, we got to reach back out to you guys too because we're looking to get in there and spread the word on your beers too because they actually have a distillery in there too.
It's a wine bar too, right?
Yeah, wine bar.
So I could take my mom and she could have the wine and I could have the beers and everybody has a good time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, so that's another one. Hopefully, we'll talk more.
Broadening our horizons.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
We've got another one in Connecticut on the line. We'll see how that goes. I'm not going to say any names yet, but once we know, you'll know, and we'll see how that goes. But I mean, Angle Tree on Saturday. It's going to be a good day.
Be a good time. That'll be fun. I can't wait, dude. I'm hoping to finally get my hands on this friggin' chicken. I tell people all the time, rock, paper, scissors sucks. I wish we would have an arm wrestling contest because I would beat the both of you.
I don't care if it's you or me. I don't care which one of us. Somebody needs to take down the damn Greek.
Oh, God, dude. Somebody's got it's like 3 in a row. He's like Patty Mahomes over here.
I've got like a whole dollar with the bartender's name on it.
Yeah.
All I have to say to that is if you want it, come and claim it.
Gonna talk shit.
I'm just saying. I believe I had I was 4 for 4.
He kicked our ass at Buttonwoods, dude. I felt like a giant asshole at Buttonwoods when I lost to Costa. So like, oh God.
If you guys haven't seen the Buttonwoods episode yet, go check it out.
Yeah, Buttonwoods episode. I was 4 for 4. You can't.
We
can't go to rock. You can't beat me at rock paper scissors if it doesn't.
No, not at all. Not at all. I gotta like slice the tires before we go. So Costas didn't make it. I'm gonna win the top cock this week. It's gonna be like cheating like the Patriots. That's the only way I'm gonna win.
When you guys go back and watch that episode.
My assistant Vanna White retrieved my cock.
Oh God.
So
the cock is in the house.
Morgan told us right off the bat, he's like, I am not making this easy on you guys. And this son of a bitch over here next to me still managed to get them all. And would I say they were all the same shade of yellow?
Yeah, Joe. That was very, very challenging. I was second guessing myself midway through.
I know, and I tried.
I kept changing my answers,
and this
guy was wrong all the way through it. I was like, oh,
I really think he was looking over at my sheet, and then he was like, he saw me change the answer, and he's like,
"If I was looking over your sheet,
I said no. I said that's after you saw me change an answer. You were like, no, I'm going to leave mine alone because Ed was right the first time. That's the story, folks. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah.
So on another note, this beauty. Let me tell you, this is tasty. If you guys are into sours,
what fruited?
So it's present orange, and you get both. You get the orange notes, right? You get the smell of the citrus and everything, and then you get a little bit of cranberry tart in the back.
Ooh,
it's good. It's an 8%er though. I mean, so it doesn't drink like it. sour, but I mean,
8% sour.
yeah,
Good Lord.
yeah, yeah.
Costas just screwed, dude.
Listen,
It's got some
we're
octane to
professionals,
it. It's
okay?
got some heat to it. Yeah, it's got.
Yeah, let me tell
Right.
you can easily kick back all 4 of these right after the other, and
Oh, and blackout and eat a bunch of wieners and then blackout drunk.
exactly.
Yeah, dude. Let's go to Onlyville, and then I don't know how I got home after that.
He's already.
Fantastic.
I know.
Sours are generally like in the 4 to. They're generally in the 4 to 6 range. They're usually not nearly that high. That's insanity.
So these guys, they're at 55 Millbrook Street in Worcester, Mass. So if you're interested in going over there, check it out. They actually have the address on here. So I figured I'd share that if you haven't had this stuff. I know I haven't. This is the first time, but
It's Greater Good. That's the. I've had this stuff before. I've had the IBAs and stuff.
it's unfiltered. Some sediment is normal. Yeah, well, that's good. Bigger, bolder, smoother. Yeah, it's definitely big and bold. I mean,
shit.
Fantastic though.
What's the pucker factor, Ed, on a can like that?
You know, it's I'd say it's probably about a 6.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's
plenty of pucker.
Too crazy, but it's enough to let you know that it's a sour.
Okay.
You know,
all right.
It's damn good.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll definitely be buying some more of them. That's damn good.
Nice.
So, yeah, good stuff. So, I'm trying to think. So, I got some news.
Oh,
right.
Share, Edward. Share.
Some news. You know, because I was looking out there today, and with all the craziness and silliness going on in the world, I figured there's some stuff I want to share. And, you know, guys, first off, support your small businesses. Support local.
Amen.
Okay. These folks, they've got lives, they've got families, they've got kids, they've got wives, they've got husbands.
Right.
You know, get out there.
They're your neighbors.
Yeah, exactly.
Your family, your friends.
Please, you know, skip the line at Starbucks and, you know, go hit up like Brew Grinds in North Providence, for example.
I love Starbucks. I'm sorry.
So do I. But you know what, though? This place, let me tell you, my daughter turned me on to Brew Grinds. Like I said, they're on Middle Spring Ave in North Providence. They're over by the high school.
Whereabouts?
They're by the high school.
Oh, all right. That's easy.
So this place, they have a Puerto Rican blend that they're doing for their espressos. Yeah, that's what I said. So, you know, it's fantastic coffee. You know, so get out there, support local. But anyway, so like I was getting back to was that the tariffs that are coming in March. So part of it, and we're not talking politics. I'm not getting into all that. We don't talk politics on the show. I'm just stating facts, and this is what's happening. So our friends, they're 25% tariffs coming on it, all imported steel and aluminum.
Oh shit!
Last time I checked, craft breweries use a lot of both, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right.
Most people don't realize that. I guess that our cans, most of our aluminum cans, are imported from like Canada.
Yeah. Shit, huh?
Yeah. Most of them aren't made here. You know, so.
Well, maybe that'll have to change.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the reason behind the tariffs, which I get. I get it. But we're not there yet. So the problem is that we're going to be imposing all these tariffs without the local production to offset it. Right?
Right.
You know, so it was I was seeing on this is off of CNN, folks, so I'm not just like making up numbers here, but I guess they were reporting that some of the early 2025 sales data that they've got already, that cans are already approximately 75% of craft breweries' volume in their revenue. So now we're going to be, you know, making little things a little bit harder on folks. You know, so I mean, what do you guys think it's going to do to those breweries that we got that are just barely getting by or hanging on right now?
And prices are probably going to, like, people already complain about the price of a 4-pack in the liquor stores of craft beer. It's probably just going to go up a little bit, you know?
That price of a 4-pack sometimes, depending on that price, that could be a decision maker. It could be a deal breaker, or, you know, there are times where I'm not going to lie, you know, where I might look at it and be like, well, this 4-pack is $14 and there's another 4-pack that's $20.
Right.
I've done it.
Yeah, we've all done it. There's no shame.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right, do I really want to spend $20 on these 4 especially seeing it, especially if I haven't had them before, don't know what I'm in for. Do I really want to spend $20 to just, you know, take that chance, that risk, that gamble, and get something that I may or may not like?
Mm-hmm.
Where, you know, if it's $14, $15, $16, then maybe, you know, maybe that price point doesn't hurt nearly as much.
It allows for more experimentation.
Well, you know, and that's just it. I mean,
Which is why, like, you know, we should go to the
Yes.
breweries themselves and try it there. And that's what I like to do, is go there, try something, and then say, okay, I'm bringing this home. This is coming home with me.
now I don't care about spending that $20 bill on a 4-pack.
Because now I know,
You know?
that the price point, the value for my dollar,
Yeah.
you know, it's there. You know, where if I'm getting just a sorry guys, but a generic lager, and you're trying to charge me $16,
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
or something that's slightly better than a Miller Lite or a Coors Banquet or any, you know, anything like that. You know, it's like,
You know, it's like, I get it. You know, we're all paying a premium price for a premium product, right? I get it.
Sometimes supporting local is not easy.
And that's the other
Mhm.
thing. It's not easy sometimes. But you know what, though? If it means coughing up like an extra $2
Yeah.
to support local and get something
Absolutely.
a little bit, you know, better, do it. I mean,
100%.
Right.
you know, come on. But it's, you know, it brings up the point, though, too, that you were starting to get there, is that, does this mean more people are going to go in the door to get draft pours if the cans in the liquor
Right.
stores are going up and up and up? You know, I mean, instead of spending the $20 on a 4-pack, you can now have an expanded menu, because most of these places.
Is it going to mean more people are going to the breweries to get a pour there,
Yeah.
where you know, it's usually less expensive? You know, you're spending anywhere from $5 to $8 for a pour, versus spending $14 to $20 for a 4-pack.
But it's a gamble, because you may not have had that
Right.
4-pack.
Right.
That's true. Right.
Or,
And the can art, and when you're in the liquor store, that can art just calls to you. You know,
Uh,
we've all talked about it before, but I mean, like, ooh, this can looks a little bit more funky than that can. I don't know either of these brewers. I'm gonna get that can, and that just pulls you in. But you go to the liquor stores. I would tend to think that the distributors are taking a little bit of coin off of these brewery beers that they're putting out into the liquor stores.
the
So the
distributor
best bet is always to go to the breweries. You're getting it fresh,
or another.
which
Yeah.
does make a huge difference, boys and girls.
the or the liquor store has to make money, so everybody tacks on a percentage to that.
Of course.
Oh,
You got these $24 4-packs from New York, which you could go to New York and get them for like $18 to $20, but because you're buying them in your local liquor store.
everybody, you know, tax on a little bit to increase the price or whatever, because everybody has to make money.
Yeah.
You know,
Of course.
Completely understandable. So yeah, it is less expensive to go to the brewery and buy a 4-pack there than to go to Yankee Spirits and buy the 4-pack there. It's going to be $2 to $4 more for that 4-pack. But the price of the cans, if the price of the cans go up, you know, all right, let's say that every single brewery tacks on an extra $1 or even $2 for each 4-pack. Say it's 50 cents a can, right? And it's $2 for a 4-pack.
Yeah.
And each 4-pack, that
$22.
that $14 to $20 range is now going from 16 to 22.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know,
So you're like, oh my God.
and that's just it. I mean, is it going to push people back to mass market beers?
It's
You
quite
know?
possible.
It is possible. Hope it doesn't happen.
No, don't do it.
I think-
Yeah.
People who are drinking craft beers
I'm going to stick with it.
are going to stick with it.
Yeah.
They're going to bite the bullet. And if it's an extra $1 or $2, so be it.
Yeah.
I don't think that $1 or $2 is going to sink the craft beer market. I also believe that, you know, eventually you'll get people making those cans here in the States, and I can only think that it would be less expensive to do that here because it's going to be, again, local.
Right.
In the United States.
Yeah.
So I don't see how something that's shipped, you know, whether from Canada or
Yeah.
halfway around the world, how is it that something that's made 5,000 miles away is less expensive than something that's made?
Well, you know, there's a lot
50
more
miles away?
economic to it than
Right.
than what we're touching on, folks. But
That's a
we're
whole-
not. Yeah, we're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Right. I mean, if you consider like a Buddy Light and like a Pilsner that you would buy in a brewery around here, I mean, they're making like millions of Buddy Lights a day, where they're only
that's
making
it. So
maybe like 5,000 of these like light beers, these
Yeah.
Pilsners in these breweries.
they can sell it for less because they're making
They're
so
buying,
much.
They're buying in bulk. They're buying
Exactly.
Right.
So
It's watered down. It's just
they
not
can do that.
fantastic.
1 million cans a week versus
Yeah.
100.
So, one of the sad things is that in 2024, for the first time in nearly 20 years, more craft breweries closed than opened in the U.S.
Wow.
So,
Possible market oversaturation.
and that's part of it. I think that could be part of it. It could be a little bit of normalization, for the bubble. But it's. We've had friends that have had to close down.
Yeah.
And
Shit happens. Right.
It's not easy. I give everybody out there a lot of credit because I wish to God I could just go out there and open up a brewery, but it's not easy. Between the licensing and the equipment and the facilities and, it's regulations and everything else. And,
Right.
trying to get your stuff out there on the shelves, and it's not easy.
Your name out there. Yeah.
That's just it. It's just not easy. So these folks that are like I said, that are just barely hanging on, please, I hope that they make it.
Mm-hmm.
I think though that part of it will weed out the bad beer.
I hope so.
I think if you're putting on an inferior product and I've got to pay more for it, honestly think it's going to start to weed out those the weak links there in the craft brewery chain here in Rhode Island.
I agree.
Right. Well, speaking of weak links and beer that is no longer being brewed, gentlemen, we have local. Speaking of local news too, we have this. And
Yeah.
there's Trinity Brew House. They've been open since 1994, guys. Doctor, right?
Yeah.
They're selling for $2.25 million. They have a huge space. I did this event back in like 30 years ago called Night of 1,000 Santas. A local guy, a guy that I worked with, he's a doorman at a bar I worked at. He used to organize it. It was for charity. We'd all dress up as Santa Claus or Frosty the Snowman or something to be a reindeer here or there. Sometimes like an old European Santa. I was always the traditional Santa. I dyed my beard white. It was a little bit longer in those days. We'd start at Trinity Brew House, and we go around or strip club, and it was a great time. But Trinity was always like that. Trinity was like craft beer before craft beer was really a thing.
Yeah, nobody knew what it was.
Right.
Right. People were like, I don't know if I want to drink that. I would go there and get that light beer because at the time I was drinking Buddy Lights. And I was like, this is a little bit better than a Buddy Light, but I don't know if I could embrace this at the time. But
that's just it. That was one of the first, breweries I ever went into and ordered a beer, when I turned legal. In this state.
The first micro brewery in the whole scheme of things.
When all these craft breweries were known, like you said, as microbreweries, they were
right.
just, that's what it was. If you weren't drinking, Budweiser, you were going to a brew pub or you're drinking a microbrew, because of the amount of volume that they were putting out, So
right.
But at Trinity, I couldn't. I'd heard rumblings that they were getting ready to hit the market, and if you got a spare $2.5 million, go for it, guys.
Yeah, might as well, right?
It's probably based on location. That is like a bomb location, dude, right next to Trinity Theater. It's right almost across the street from the Civic Center, or it was at the Amica Pavilion.
The Amp.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Amp. It's right around the corner from the PPAC.
But
It's right in downtown where everything's going on. So
it's going to be no. It's
Civic
always
Center?
the Civic Center. It's always going to be the
All right.
Civic Center.
yeah, it's always the Civic Center.
We're getting off track, but when they changed the name to the Dunk, I wasn't living here.
Oh.
When I heard about it, I was like, "No, I refuse. I'm sorry, I refuse
The dunk
to
was
call
all
it
right.
the Dunk."
The dunk was all right.
It will always be the Providence Civic Center, dude. Like Great Woods. It's always going to be Great Woods.
Great Woods.
Infinity.
Exactly. It
Tweeta
was
Center. Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Tweeta Center.
Yeah,
Remember that
Tweeta Center.
when they weren't Great Woods anymore, they went to the Tweeter Center.
Tweeta, yeah.
Yeah.
What is Tweeta now? Nothing.
Twitter.
No, it's the Tweeta Center.
Yeah.
What are they now?
They're the Xfinity Center, I believe.
That's right. It's right.
They have seats that the lawn isn't nearly as big as it used to be. They
Yeah.
don't have those dangerous metal rails that people would run headfirst into during march pits and stuff. Oh my God, what a tremendous outing!
When I went there, this past summer for the first time, and it seems like forever. And yeah, I saw that. I looked at. We had regular seats, and we were under the. Huh?
Not to interrupt, but I am. Do you need another beer?
Yeah, sure.
Of course, I could use another beer, but you can't pass it to me.
Beer run. So, so we get there, and I look out into the lawn, and I'm like, it looks smaller. I'm like, it doesn't look like it's as big as it used to be.
It's not nearly as big.
You
No.
know? So, I mean, it's a good spot. Don't dare try to drink a beer in the place. I mean, they were charging like a ridiculous amount.
$18 for like a 16-ounce Buddy Light.
For a Bud Light. Yeah, it was like,
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, it's got a Bissell Brothers, dude. Welcome to the party, Edward. Welcome to the party.
I too am in the sour.
So, Bissell Brothers, right?
They're on my list. They're in Portland, I believe. They're one of the Portlands.
So,
or they're in Maine. They're up in that way, that region.
They're up in Maine, and got introduced to these guys when we were at the Rhode Island Brew Fest.
Dude, I've known of them for years. It's such a great brewery.
I haven't.
I'm not a big fan of that. I've had that one. I'm not a big fan of Sequence, right? They have much better. But that's what's being distributed throughout Rhode Island the last year or so. Last 6 months, I've seen a lot of that. It's okay.
Yeah, so I mean, we got to sit there and chat with their brand ambassadors and everybody that was out there, and good folks.
Yeah.
Like I said, I thought what we had there was pretty good, and I happened to see this today. I went, and I'm not usually one that buys single cans if I'm at the liquor store, because a couple bucks more or whatever, I can get like a full 4-pack or whatever. And we all know that these guys, listen, they're making their money on the single cans,
For sure.
But it was the last can and the only can that they had from Bissell Brothers. So, I got to try it.
Popular. Yeah, they're definitely popular.
I got to try it. I got to see how it is.
I gotta say, I was busting your chops about pouring a Liz pour on this.
Oh, here we go. The Greekiest guy I know did it also, didn't he?
It's got a lot of carbonation in that thing.
These bubbles are huge. It's got a lot of carbonation. It's actually quite difficult to pour.
What are you drinking, Costas? You got the same thing? What do you got going on?
I'm also going to try the sour ale. So
oh, nice.
Yeah. So
I got something.
I was trying to be fancy. Folks.
What did you guys think about this?
I appreciate it, Ed. I do.
We had both
commercials
a Bud Light
weak
and a Miller Lite commercial. The Bud Light commercial, I wasn't,
Which
that girlfriend.
The Super Bowl? Are we talking Super Bowl commercials?
Yeah, Super Bowl commercials.
Okay.
You had the Miller Lite commercial, which I thought was fantastic or whatever.
Which one was the Miller Lite? Remind me, refresh my brain.
That was what they were playing, pickleball, right?
Oh, yeah, right. That was good.
That's right. Willem Dafoe and
Captain O'Hare.
Willem Dafoe, yeah. I had two favorites. They played a portion of it the second time, but the full original version, the couple goes in, they're like, "Oh, we're having a baby. Oh, your son's gonna be a cowboy. He's gonna be a fan of country or whatever." And he's born with that skin-shaped cowboy hat. And then like the people with the wizard-shaped hats like are mocking him and bullying him. Yeah. It was weird, but it was funny at the same time. And then of course the Dunkin' Donuts New England Bill Belichick. Of course, that was fantastic.
I got to go back and watch that one. I missed that one. I must have got up in some.
Do it. It's Belichick. It's like that three New England players on there. Ortiz is on there.
Is that the 2.0 version or something?
But talking about the strictly beer-related
commercials.
There was a Miller Lite and a Bud Light one, and I understand what Bud Light is trying to do. They're just, they're trying to salvage, their market or whatever, their profits, market share, and everything. but it's like that girl that you broke up with, and she just keeps calling and texting you, and then she randomly stops by your work to see you.
Psycho Hosebeast.
Bitch, leave me alone.
Right. So that's kind of that's kind of the vibe that I from it, and also a lot of the people that I was that I've talked to, and people that we were hanging out on Sunday watching the game, and then people that work and stuff like that, and it was just like Bud Light, man. They're trying, and it's going from they're no longer calling it domestic, they're calling it American, not domestic beer, but American.
They want.
They're trying to retool it, like the Gulf of Mexico. I don't know if I can jump on this yet, but
everybody to change it to American made instead of domestic.
Oh, stupid!
I brought that up because I was thinking the same thing. I was going to bring that in here in a second.
I mean, they're trying real hard, but you know what? I broke up. We broke up. And we're moving on.
Yeah, dude. I broke with Buddy Light like a long time ago. I abandoned that bitch. Even like when I buy light beers, I'll always buy. My grandmother drank Miller Lite, so it only makes sense that I drink Miller Lite. It's just a better taste these days. I don't know.
My in-laws are a Coors family. I come from a Bud Light family, so that's tried and true in my household.
Dude, I've been nicknamed Buddy since I was 2 weeks old. They like started buying me beer-related products related to Budweiser and Bud Light when I was like 6, and they wonder why I love beer. I mean, they question this now.
Oh,
You people bred me for this, but I was in the liquor store tonight trying to buy my my one can of Miller Lite, and of course I had to buy a 6-pack. But I mean, only because that's all they sold. But I mean, I saw the Buddy Light. I'm like, yeah. It doesn't even faze me. I just don't. No taste.
I'm on the hunt for that elusive solo can of Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I saw Pabst Blue Ribbon in Saks liquor store in Sunnydale.
It's probably like $6, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to buy like a whole thing of PBR, but
no.
I have made a long-standing promise to somebody that my Scottish friends there, Kenny, who's a big PBR guy, that
just send him a 40 ounce.
that I would get a PBR, and every time I go into the liquor store,
I'm looking. Dump it down the drain.
I'm looking for PBR? Well, that's why I only want the one can.
But you don't want to spend a lot of money on that shit.
No, but I keep looking for
buying a bad case of water.
No, it is. You go in there. They got the case. They got all the big tall cans there.
Yeah.
I'm looking for one, and I can never find one because I refuse to buy like a bunch of PBRs.
Ed's in disguise, like the Unabomber, as he's going to pick out a PBR.
Right. Right.
The
only time a PBR is good is when it's like $1 draft night at the local bar.
We did.
Like, I can't get $1 drafts. Oh yeah, it's PBR. Oh, I don't care. It's PBR. Whatever.
I mean,
it's just not that good.
After oh my god, we didn't even have that low brow. I mean, don't get me. If PBR is your thing, go for it.
That's your thing.
Better to be drinking beer than no beer.
Ooh. Oh, what's that? Oh, what are you guys doing in the background?
I have no idea what.
That was they went off the PBR of all things. Jesus
I know. I didn't touch anything. I have no idea why they just did that, folks, but it did it anyway.
Fireworks.
We'll try and see if we can do it again.
PBR.
But
PBRs.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I don't know if it was that. I don't know. I still don't know what the hell did it. Siri probably listened in on some weird word and was like, "Oh, fireworks." Hey.
I'm talking about PBRs, American. It's a red, white, and blue can.
Lights,
Bud Lights, and
Buddy Lights, all the American beers that people drink. Like I drink 1,000 of these, like in the summertime. Oh my god, they're so easy to pound.
The Miller Lite commercial was great. The Bud Light commercial. I got to give him kudos and credit for trying, but at the same time, like I said, it's that girlfriend that you broke up with and she still can't get over it,
Mm-hmm.
Or boyfriend, depending on,
whatever you're into. Yeah.
But
Anheuser-Busch used to do good beer ads like 30 years ago in the 90s. The Budweiser was classic. But they'll never get there again, dude.
For decades, Bud Light had some of the greatest commercials. In the sense of marketing, because everybody remembers them. It's been 20, 30 years, and you still remember the Dalmatian with the Clydesdales.
Yeah.
If I
Oh,
say
right. Yeah.
Bud
Wise.
Err.
right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Jelly, right?
Yes. That
Right,
wasn't that long ago.
Did. That was that wasn't that long
Yeah.
ago.
Hey.
Or was
That's just it. I mean, now it's like they're phoning it in.
right.
Now, do you think part of that is because they sold?
Possibly. I think that they were resting on their massive marketing and also their cornering of the market.
Yeah.
And you know, like any other massive company,
Yeah, we can just phone it in now. We don't have to spend all
you
this
don't
money.
have to try anymore.
Right. We have palates now. Our taste buds developed. It was either their market relies on like the older people who don't want to spend a lot of money on beer and don't want to have a lot of beer, but they want to have a lot of beer and not be drunk. And the guys who want to drink beer all day, like sitting on their porch, or the younger market, which I'm going to see in this liquor store. I'm going to just grab the first beer I see, or play Hey Buddy, can you get me a 30 rack of Bud? Yeah, sure, buddy. And that's
money
you
to-
settle for what you can get.
Oh,
But then when your palate develops and you grow up like a big boy, like the three of us, you develop into a more suitable taste and just a delicious. It's more about the flavor than it is about getting fucking hammered. You know, I don't know.
You have grown-up money, you can buy grown-up toys.
Grown up toys, yeah. And they're just like it's not about getting hammered drunk off of 30 beers. It's about enjoying the deliciousness of like, oh my god. While if I drink like more than 6 of these, I'm gonna be black out. But I know that, and I just drink a few of them to enjoy the taste from time to time.
Quality versus quantity. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's quality versus quantity.
Mm-hmm.
With
Sure.
1 or 2 versus drinking 4 or 6 a night.
Yeah.
You know.
True. Guys, I want to just touch on something really quick. Speaking of quality and quantity and quality, starting February 1st, we already started it. It's going on all month long. I might even extend the ticket sales into the month of March. But March 1, we go live for bingo. So let me play this on the bottom. We'll run this really quick. Get your tickets now, blah, blah, blah. Let me talk about this really quick. If you're involved in the Rhode Island craft beer brewery scene, you know a young man by the name of Mark Ambrose. This is Mark.
Hey, my name is Mark.
Hi, Mark. We got together with Mark. We're doing this little bingo where you can go on the you can find these lovely flyers, if you will, at every. That's at Long Live. That's a wonderful stout, by the way. And you can find these at all participating breweries on the brewer list. And you can scan that little VR code, or you can visit 3dudesbrews.com and you can find the link. Or you can go to my page. Christ, I advertise on this every day. And you can buy your Mark Ambrose bingo card. So it will say tickets. For as many tickets as you buy, you get a different card. We will send you one of these randomized, as I've done a few times in the last week or so. And you'll starting March 1st, bingo goes live, and you go to different breweries. So let's say, hey, I'm going to go to Crooked Current tonight and look for Mark. It's March 2nd. Hey, look, it's Mark. I'm going to take a selfie with Mark. You get it with Nicole. Let's say Nicole owns this. Nicole of Crooked Current owns this bingo card. Hey, I got a picture with Mark. I'm going to use it as my marker for Crooked Current. So we're looking for straight bingos, kids. Horizontal, vertical, no diagonals, no free beers, kids. It's just 5 straight. As soon as you get 5 straight bingos, wherever your card may show, with 5 selfies of you and Mark at the participating brewery. So like this, you see it's Nicole. She owns Crooked. There's some Crooked gear in the background. If you can get any indicator that you're at the actual brewery, that'd be great. With Mark, of course. Mark is going to keep a record for those who want to, like, I got an old selfie with Mark at Origin. I'm going to use that. No. It's got to be, like, within March, right? No cheating. Any cheating, you'll be automatically disqualified. So you get your 5, blah, 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 horizontal, vertical. You message 3 Dudes Brews. You message Ed, Costas, myself. Anyway, any way to get in touch with us, the first one to do it with 5 bingos will split the pot of the ticket sales with Mark's chosen. I don't know if you can say this, but Mark's chosen charity is the Providence Ronald. You probably can't say it. The Providence Ronald McDonald House. Lovely charity. If you have kids that are in the hospital, Hasbro Children's Hospital is right across the street. They offer this location that you can set up base camp. You can make meals. You can live there. You can have a home base to go across the street. It's a wonderful charity organization, and you'll be splitting the proceeds with the Mark Ambrose Bingo and the Ronald McDonald House. So it's a great charity event. Mark's not taking, we're not taking any of the money. It's just 50-50 split. It's for charity. It's for fun. It's for beer. So run out and grab your tickets today. It's on Eventbrite.com. The Mark Ambrose Bingo. You're seeing it right at the bottom of the screen there. Mark Ambrose Bingo.
What are they? $10 a card.
$10 a card, boys and girls. Every ticket that you buy, like I said, we get you another one of these lovely Mark Ambrose Bingo cards, which you can use to secure your markers and secure your bingo. And hopefully you win. Good luck. Best of bets, and go get them, kids. But run out and buy your tickets. And even if you just want to donate, buddy, I love you, charity. I love what you guys are doing. I don't want to play bingo because I don't go to the breweries. Hey, that's great. I've had people like that already. They just run in, they buy some tickets. I don't send them any bingo cards, and you're just donating to a great charity. So, folks, check that out. Buy a ticket, buy 2 tickets, buy 1,000 tickets. The sky's the limit with this. We want to raise as much money as we can. This goes on until, honestly, it's going to start March 1st. I'm anticipating that somebody will put out bingo by the end of March. But if we don't, we're just going to keep going until we get a bingo. So tickets will be on sale. Cards will be on sale. Tune into 3 Dudes Brews for all your... Tune into 3 Dudes Brews throughout March, by the way, for all your marker hints where Mark might be, because Mark will travel with us certain nights, and we'll have certain hints for where you might be able to find Mark.
Yeah, you might find a hint or two on where to go and find Mark, kind of like a Where's Waldo thing.
Where's Waldo? Where's Marco?
So,
Yeah.
I mean, the other good thing about March is the high holiday, St. Patrick's Day.
Oh,
baby.
Well,
Let me tell you. So,
Please do.
I don't drink Guinness anywhere near probably as much as I should. I do
Guinness
love
is not a good stout.
Guinness. I have had Guinness in Ireland.
Okay, that changes everything.
Yes, it's life changing. Let me tell you, it is magical. So, with that being said, I mean, no, not the Guinness part, but the St. Patrick's Day part. We have been invited to participate with White Dog Distilling in the St. Patrick's Day parade in the city of Pawtucket.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
So we will be there.
Quite an honor.
It's fantastic. I can't believe they thought of us to go out there with them and
It's
hang.
great.
So you'll see us, you'll see the banner, you see, everything going on. You get to watch the parade and do all that fun stuff. So come on down, City of Pawtucket. When I have more details, Costas or Buddy.
Yeah, we'll post it on the website.
We'll post it on the website.
For sure. Gentlemen, can I ask you both? Are you? I know Costas. I know you're not Irish. You're the Greekiest guy I know. And are you Irish at all?
Not true. Not true. On my other side, I'm only half a god. So.
Oh, really? Oh.
No, on my mother's side, she's English, Irish, and French. So she's
so you got a little bit. You got a little bit, and you're married to an Irishman. So that kind of.
No, I'm not married to an Irishman. I'm married to an Irish woman.
Aaron's gonna kill you.
Men, like
Aaron
knows what I mean. Aaron, you know what I mean. I don't mean men like you're a dude.
I mean, he
That's
literally
way too Greek and gay. It's okay if you are, but I mean, no, yeah.
He literally, Aaron goes bra.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Yeah.
so, whatever.
But
But
yes,
yes,
very Irish.
have a tad of Irish in the ancestry there. So enough to say that, I can celebrate the high holiday and I'm Irish, My brother,
Top of the morning to you,
on a
sir.
weird note, my brother,
He's not Irish.
for the longest time, we were trying to figure out where like the red in his beard and everything came from. We're like, dude, where the hell is that coming from? And then he did the whole ancestry thing and everything else, and we're like,
The mailman.
yes, who was Irish?
His name was Patrick O'Malley.
Patrick O'Malley.
It's not just a drinking holiday either. People say everybody wants to be Irish on St. Patrick's Day because everyone wants to go out and get drunk. In this very house that I'm in right now, my grandmother used to. It was like a second Thanksgiving. They'd have like 2 crock pots, corned beef and cabbage, coming out there. So everybody drinking beer, everybody having a good time. Talking about not the old country, but that parents that people have gone in their past, the traditions, all
Well,
that good stuff. It's not all about getting drunk. It has a little bit to do with getting drunk, but not all about getting drunk.
here we've turned it into that. You know,
it's
it's
celebrating.
actually a religious holiday.
It's
Yeah, St. Patty. Yeah.
Yeah. So here, it's turned into all you can drink for the day, and everybody gets.
What holiday in the United States into a drinking holiday? St.
Everyone.
Patrick's Day.
Listen, I'm Prime
Cinco de-
Military. Birthdays were
Cinco de Mayo.
Every day.
Let me tell you, if any of you guys out there are listening,
President's Day.
if we're Prime Military, active military, whatever, you guys know that
Any day that ends in
our kids' birthday parties turned into an excuse
a
to drink.
rager.
Right.
You did not go to a birthday party for any military, friends, and there not be beer there.
Right.
Or, harder stuff when the kids went to bed after.
Yeah.
I
what
got plenty of
2-year-old's
stories.
birthday party doesn't require a keg?
I've got pictures, man.
Yeah.
Right.
It was a picture. It was just staged. It was not, of a minor partaking. But my buddy's kid there, he decided to step out for a minute, and I was like, I looked over at him like, here, do me a favor, quick, hold this in front of you, get the picture, take it back, and then send it to him later on, But yeah,
Good times, guys. Good times.
any excuse
Picture
to drink
didn't
beer.
happen, right?
Exactly.
Guys, we're hopping on that 1 hour mark right now. We're at 102. Do you want to say anything to wrap up, boys? Do you have any additional fun facts do you want to share before we wrap up?
Just make sure to like, subscribe, follow, check us out on Instagram, on YouTube, on 3dudesbrews.com, on Facebook. We're not doing this for us, folks. Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
All of the above.
We're not doing it for us. We're doing it for the craft beer community. We're trying to get the word out and spread the love of good craft beer. So, stay tuned, follow, like I said, help us, help everybody else. We can't do this without you guys. If we didn't have anybody watching, following, listening, and everything else, it would just be 3 dudes talking, to windmills.
Windows about beer, which we would be talking about anyway.
So,
all right, guys. Yeah. Feel free to tune in. We're cracking the new. Well, we're filming the new episode on Saturday. When do you think we might crack that, Ed? When do you think we might put that out there?
Have it ready first week of March.
Oh, good. First week of March. Crack that one open from Angle Tree Brewing. They have the 2 craft IPAs that look like Miller Lights. It's really confunding, but they taste like bubblegum, dude. They're fucking delicious. Crack into those. Holy shit. It's not like Miller Lite. It's not like light beer. It looks like light beer, but
it doesn't taste like light.
It's an anomaly. Yeah, crack into that at the beginning of March. Crack into the Big Lebowski, guys. Tickets are on sale right now. You can see us, Mark Ambrose, at the Big Lebowski. You can buy your tickets, your bingo cards. I'll take a selfie with you. I don't care. Just get selfies with Mark Ambrose. The Ronald McDonald House, all that good shit. Tune in 2 weeks. We'll be back. 3 Dudes Brews, the last call on the 27th of February. I'm hoping we might have a special guest join us from a brewery, but we'll see what happens. For Ed Padnord, for the Greekiest guy I know, Costa Sangaroli, it's been me, Buddy There. This has been 3 Dudes Brews, the last call. Thanks for tuning in. See you all. Drive safely, guys. Have a good night.